him. They will quote Quran to the young to brainwash them. But the Quranic verses they will think are in their favor. But Holy Prophet said actually they were against them. The Quranic verses would be against them. Then Holy Prophet said, Yad'una ila kitabillah wa laysu minhu fi shay'in. They will invite the people towards Quran, Sunnah, towards Deen. And their first slogan was, An inil hukmu illa lillah. The first slogan of the terrorist in human history, in Islamic history, they said, we want enforcement of Islamic law. This was their slogan. We want enforcement of Islamic rule. We want the Amir of the Khalifa, the Amir of the Muslim Ummah. And we want to struggle against shirk and bid'ah. Inil hukmu illa lillah. Sayyidina Ali said, their slogans, the words are correct and their intentions are wrong. Because of these good words and slogans, appealing slogans, they want to create disruption in the Muslim Ummah. Holy Prophet said, they will invite the people, their apparent call would be towards Quran and Islam. But be aware of the fact, they had nothing to do, no link, no relationship with Quran. Again Holy Prophet said, يَقُولُونَ مِنْ قَوْلِ خَيْرِ الْبَرِيَّةِ. Their slogans will be very religious and appealing. Today the slogans, why the young people, the boys, the youth, they became brainwashed. Slogans of these people are appealing. Just the interest of the Muslim Ummah are being crushed. Their lands are being occupied. Very appealing slogans. If anybody, if talked to the British youth, that somebody is occupying the British land, and some people are aggressing the British people, stand up for your own liberation, stand up for your independence, stand up for self-defense. You will be no more in this earth. Very appealing slogans. So this would be their appealing slogans. We are revenging. We are defending the interest of Islam. We are defending the Ummah community of Islam. Holy Prophet said, Min qawli khairil bariyya, from Quran, wa yakuluna min ahsanin nasi qawla. Very appealing words and slogans they would raise. But Holy Prophet ﷺ said that this would be just an hypocrisy. They will just attract the people with their slogans, but their own practice would be against my deen and my sharia. Yusi'un al-fi'l. Their character would be against Islam. They would be cruel, they would be brutal, and they would be devious people. This is Holy Prophet Muhammad. Hum sharrul khalqi wal khaliqa. These terrorists, the Kharijite terrorists, starting from the end of the last century, ending up to the appearance of Antichrist, appearing more than 20 times in the history of mankind, even up to our time too. All these people said they would be the worst of the creatures. Worst of the creatures. And Holy Prophet said, more or less, يَسْفِكُونَ الدَّمَ الْحَرَامِ. Their identification would be that they will shed blood unjustly. They would be the mass killers of the people. They will consider the killing of the people lawful. And then Holy Prophet said, for them, innahum kilabun nar, they would be the dogs of hell. This is Islamic verdict. So I am not giving an innovated, a new verdict. I am just declaring what Holy Prophet ﷺ preached and communicated to the Ummah and to the mankind. This hadith, that these terrorists of Khawarij will be the dogs of hell. This hadith comes in Sunan at-Tirmidhi, and hadith number is 3000. And they would said that they would be the worst if you kill them, worst slain under the sky. And moreover, they will stand up and they will commit armed struggle and rebellion against the Muslim governments also, as well as the common humanity. And they will be against the peaceful dialogue, and they will believe in militancy, tyranny, and they will believe in these kind of activities. So I want to spare rest of the time for question and answers, although there are many other aspects. I have just quoted up till now a brief just of 2 chapters. Just 2 chapters I have concluded, 2 chapters up till now, and this fatwa consists of 11 or 9 chapters. The last thing which I will just want to quote the authorities. This is not Dr. Qadri who has interpreted the Quranic verses and hadith about the kufr and taking them out the ambit of Islam. the authorities of the classical authorities, Imam Bukhari has put them in the bracket of kufr. Number 2, Ibn Jarir Tabari has declared these Khawarijite terrorists with the kufr. Imam Ghazali has the same verdict. Qazi Abu Bakr al-Arabi has the same verdict. Imam Qazi Iyaz al-Maliki Sahibu Shifa gave the same verdict. Imam Qurtubi gave the same verdict. Allama Ibn Taymiyyah gave the same verdict. Imam Taqiyuddin Subki gave the same verdict. Imam Shatibi, Ibn al-Bazzaz, Badruddin Aini, Imam Kustulani, Mullah Ali Qari, Abdul Haq Muhaddis Dehlavi, Abdul Aziz Muhaddis Dehlavi, Ibn Abidin al-Shami, Abdul Rahman Mubarak Puri, all these A'immah give the same authority which I have quoted. And second viewpoint, those who don't declare them kafir, disbeliever, but they agree on killing them. They say this is compulsory and mandatory to terminate them. They are Imam Abu Hanifa, Imam Shamsuddin Sarakhsi, Hafiz Ibn Hajar Asqalani and Shaykh Imam Ahmad Raza. They said that it is mandatory on the people to kill them and terminate them. And a last reference, Allama Ibn Taymiyyah is the one who declares that the people in our time, he says, not only those who appeared in the time of Sayyidina Ali, Orthodox caliphs, were Khawarij terrorists. People of our time are also Khawarij terrorists. Allama Ibn Taymiyyah, he says in his book Majmu' al-Fatawa and his book An-Nubuwat, he says since they took up the arms, they take up the arms and fight against the governments and fight against for their ideologies, to enforce the ideology and fight against mankind, and they consider the killing of mankind halal, lawful. That's why the people of today, this kind of people, they are also Khawarij and Kharijite terrorists, and say people, Ibn Taymiyyah's words are, Innahum aksarun nasi la ya'rifunahum. Most of the people, they don't identify, recognize them, unless they take up the arms and start the act of killing and terrorism. Whenever they start the act of terrorism, you should know this is a continuity of Kharijite disruption and Kharijite movement, which has been declared by Holy Prophet, if whenever you find it, you should terminate it. And Holy Prophet said, there is no place for the extreme terrorist of dialogue with them. You can have dialogue with those people who are behind them, but those are to be eliminated. If you leave them, they will reorganize, they will get the time to reconsolidate them. And because since they are the enemies of, you should finish and eliminate them like the Ad and Samud nations, Almighty Allah finished them. So these were the basic, some features of the whole edict which I have given, some of the brief aspects in front of you. Now I would be pleased to leave remaining time for all of the respected audience and the participant for questions. Thank you very much.